Hey guys, welcome back to my colourful country life. It is that time of the month again, time for my completed pages of April video. So I mentioned in my April plans video that this month was not going to be quite productive like usual with regards to colouring, and I was somewhat correct. There was about 2 weeks, I think, out of the month where I did not colour at all. I was taking care of a family member. And then after that I was working on my upcoming website. So I've actually had a few questions about when the website will be available. Now my brother has taken a week off work last week to work on it. He is still going. There is one main set of codes he's working on at the moment. He needs to get that right before we can move forward, and once that's working the rest should flow quite smoothly. I'm thinking June, July, or at least I'm hoping that we'll be up and running by then. I'm really excited with how it's coming along. I have been working night and day myself this last month on things for this website, so I'm really excited about that. Now on that note, let's move these to the side and take a look at what we're all here for, which is the pages that I did manage to colour this month. First up, I'm going to start with our 4 book colour alongs, and the first one is Joanna Basford's Rooms of Wonder. So the page I coloured this month is the mechanical key page here. Now this is a colour along up on the channel, as are all the completed pages in this book, and I will tag the videos I mentioned today in the video description as well. Now I don't normally enjoy colouring metals or mechanical objects at all, but adding in some colour to this page did make it more interesting to work on. I did bring through the silver and the gold from this page to tie the 2 pages together. When I first looked at this page, it looked super busy actually. So I did the background first, this sort of purple background, and that gave more visibility to the elements. So sometimes if a page looks really busy, color the background and then your elements will start to pop out and you can see them a bit better, and it doesn't look so daunting then as well. And of course it is a repeating pattern as well, so all 4 quarters are the same, and it actually turned out to be a fairly quick page to color, and I did actually enjoy the process. So like I said, mechanical things I don't tend to really enjoy. I did enjoy this one. I might actually have to change that sentiment, because I enjoyed that page and I enjoyed the last lock and key pages, these ones here. So yeah, we'll see how we go when we get to the next mechanical pages, which are these 2 here, but I think they'll be a lot of fun because we can add some colour in there. I need a lot of colour for my pages to be fun, I think. So I used Prismacolor pencils for all of the pencil work here. There's Arteza gouache for the blue circle in the center, Pentel Jewel Hybrid pens for some sparkly elements, and also my KJ Design by Karen metallic paints in the color Bezel for that extra special shine. And look how pretty that shine is. Hang on, I'll lift it up. It captures the light beautifully. Hopefully the camera is picking it up too. So if you can see these sort of silvery bits, and maybe you can see it down the bottom there, right here. It is the most beautiful shiny silver. So pretty. So that is the page I completed in Rooms of Wonder this month. Yeah, it was just the one page, and you can see I used bezel over here as well, but that blue is the sparkle pops, jewel hybrids. That's the jewel hybrids. Yeah, just had that little touch of color and a little bit of sparkle. So that is Rooms of Wonder. Next up, let's take a look at Dark Fairytales by Kirby Roseanne. So this is our other full book color along. Now whilst we're here, just a reminder for those who are taking part of our community project here on the channel, your pictures are due by May 30th. So if you can get them across to me by the 30th of May. Now I know a lot of people did miss out on getting a page who really want to join the project, so I will do another one in the future later this year. I'm going to see if there's a way to do it a bit differently. I hate seeing people miss out, and at the moment I'm struggling to figure out a way where everybody that wants to join can join without anyone missing out. I might even have to do a series of books instead of just one book, which will give more people a chance to join. 'Cause just thinking about the amount of people that wanted to join this community project, and even the last one, I reckon I could have filled 3 to 4 copies of the same book and still had people wanting pages. So maybe we could do something like that. Maybe some of Kirby's older books, we could do the whole Morpheus series. I'm just looking at my bookshelf over here to see how many books that includes. One sec. What have we got? Mythomorphia, Phantomorphia, Imagimorphia, Geomorphia. Am I missing anything? Anamorphia. What's that? 4 books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. No. Did I count one twice? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 books. Yeah, that could work. We could do the whole Morpheus series, or we could even do something different. Like I know there was the HK5 project, which was the 5 first Hannah Carlzon books. That's been done. We could do her new books, or we could do some Rita Berman books. I don't know, we could do something different. Let me know what you think, but that's an option, so we can have a look at that for maybe the second half of this year, do it a little bit later. Yeah, so anyway, the page I coloured in Dark Fairytales this month was the Queen of Hearts. Now, I started this page on the 8th of April and I didn't actually finish it until the 23rd of April, and I coloured nothing in between those dates, nothing at all. However, you would have still seen regular videos coming through, as I did pre-record a whole bunch before I left, so none of you would miss me while I was gone. But I was actually quite surprised by the reaction that I did get for this page on social media. A lot of people were saying they thought this was my best work yet, and when I completed it, I remember thinking, thank gosh that is done. Probably because I've been looking at the same page for so much of the month. And I wasn't really, once I got back here and was starting to colour again, I wasn't really in that colouring mode. It took me a bit longer to get back into that mode. And I did think I did a good job, but at the same time I was thinking maybe I could have done things a little bit better, changed things up a bit. I was actually just being really picky and pulling apart my own work, which we tend to be our own worst critics, but sometimes you've got to take a step back and look at it as if you're looking at it from somebody else's point of view. Instead of critiquing your own work, if you saw somebody else colour it, you wouldn't be so hard on them. You would tell them that they did a beautiful job. So sometimes you just got to take a step back. And now that I look at it, I do really love it. So it was likely that I was just sick of the page by then. But if you have seen my plans video for March, I think it was March, you'll know I had a colour scheme in mind for a purpose for this page. I think I might have even mentioned it in my my flip through, my review for this book. So these were the colours that I actually planned to do originally. I stuck to my plan. And the reason being is so I could pull these colours through to the Mad Hatter. I was going to bring the purple background across here, which is why I did it like dark from top to bottom, so I could bring it across and do the same here, and they'd look like kind of like a double page spread. That was my thinking when I was colouring the background. And then I was going to bring sort of like these greens and these teals across into the outfit, and then sort of a red or orange red for the hair on the Mad Hatter. I am now thinking I may change it up a little bit and do the background red with my Neocolor 2s, and then the outfit purple, so the pages are opposites. But I'll think about that more when I come to colour this page. It's just a thought to change it up a little bit rather than having them exactly the same colour scheme. Well, that's still going to be exactly the same colour scheme. You know what I mean? Sort of like an inverted colour scheme. Same but different. But I might just do the same. Who knows? It could go either way at this moment. So for this page, I used Neocolor 2s for the purple background. Also on the subject of Neocolor 2s, I do have my color combo videos coming very soon. Actually, I've got all my stuff pulled out here. I've got my swatch chart. I've got my color combo sheets ready printed and ready to film. And I also have completed a conversion chart for you all between Neocolor 2s and Prismacolors. So if you are following along with me on any of my videos and you don't own any Neocolor 2s, or you don't own all the Neocolor 2s I'm using, if you wanted to, you could follow along with pencils instead. Obviously, a pencil background or a pencil colored element is going to look different to a Neocolor 2 colored element. Same with basing and stuff like that as well. But you could follow along and have the same colors, the matching colors, in a different pencil, in a pencil brown instead. So although I have done the conversion from Neocolors to Prismacolors, you can then convert them to other brands using my conversion chart. But when we have our first, sorry, I'm just watching, I'm watching a cow running after a kangaroo out my window. Distracted. What was I saying? Yeah, so when I do my Neocolor 2 combination videos, I should film this and show you. When I do the combination videos, I will talk more about the conversions, and I'll show you that then, and that'll all be available to be downloaded from my Ko-fi once that video is up, which will probably be well, I've got this video, then my plans video will go up, and then I'll probably go up the next video after that. So a couple of videos down from now, maybe next week sometime. What was I saying? I also use Prismacolor pencils for the pencil details. I've used Pentel dual metallic hybrid pens, as well as the KJ design by Karen Paints in golden and bezel. Then on the background, I've sprayed some gold Kaiser Craft Shimmer Mist. There is a tiny touch of Toolie Art White on the eyes, but you know, it's a very tiny touch. I'll lift it up too so you can see that shimmer spray in the background, and you can see how shiny that golden and bezel is. So the golden is down there too, and on the crown, and the bezel is on the weapons but also on the claws too. Yeah, so that is our completed page from Dark Fairytales, our full book colour along. Next up is our first project book of the month, and that's Meine Reise, durch Afrika by Rita Berman. And this month I coloured the zebra page. I think this might be my favourite page this month. It was such a quick, fun page to colour, and I think zebras are now my favourite animal to colour, or zebras for my American friends. They're just so simple and easy to colour. Yeah, so much fun, and I really like how he or she turned out as well. Yeah, so I did bring a lot of the colours across from the other page as I planned. So the leaf combination is very similar. I think I added a darker color, but yeah, they're very similar. And then we've got the this sort of orangey red combo. This combo is very similar to the background, and I've just added in sort of these pinky colors and these blue tones as well, just to bring something different to the table. I didn't want them to be exactly the same. I wanted them to be similar and matching without being too same, if that makes any sense. Yeah, and I really like how it turned out. I've used Arteza soft pastels for the background and Prismacolor pencils for everything else. Jelly roll glaze pens all over the place. Some Sparkle Pop pens as well in the blue. I think it was just the blue I used in Sparkle Pop, or no, I can see green as well. Oh no, that's glaze. Yeah, just the blue Sparkle Pop. Oh no, and the gold. How could I miss the gold? And then Toolie Art white paint pen for the white details. And I don't know if the Sparkle Pops are going to show that much, but I'll bring it up closer. I don't know if it's catching. Just a little bit of extra sparkle. Yeah, and the center of the flowers is your glaze there. Yeah. This was a really fun page to color actually. So that is our project book for Africa for the month. Next up, I completed a body color in Layla Dooley's Beautiful Planet, and I don't think I'm going to get this whole book in the screen. One second, I'll zoom you out. There we go. I think we just fit now. So this was a buddy with Claire, and I'll pop her Instagram link down below. I'll also pop Claire's version up on the screen right here now. I love Claire's snowy mountains, her icy lake, the cool blue sky. I think Claire's looks really wintry and cool and crisp. And when Claire first suggested this page, I jumped at the idea as it's something neither of us would have normally reached for. Then when I went to colour it, I took a closer look and decided we were clearly crazy. Clearly crazy. This page looked super detailed. Think of this, but like a giant version of it. Once I started working on it though, it started to become clearer and was actually a lot of fun to colour after that. Let me just make sure it is in the full screen. There we go. Gosh, there was just so much greenery on this page. I did try to change up so the different fields were different colors, so it wasn't too much of the same green on the whole page. Also the image had a kind of border which was like straight here, and then sort of mismatched on the other side, so like there was bits coming down here, bits coming out here. So I decided to add in this black acrylic border, which does help to make the image pop, I think, as well. And I just followed the lines as close as I could from where Layla had put her image, so that's why it's kind of like more to this side. It's not fully even, but yeah, I actually like the idea of the black background. So the border is a black acrylic paint from Deco Art, and for the rest of the image I based everything except for the sky with Inktense pencils, and then I used Prismacolors over the top to add in shading. Yes, that was, yeah, Inktense basing for everything except for the sky, Prismacolor pencils over the top. Yeah, there's also a little bit of Sparkle Pop gold in the center of these flowers, as well as some Tooly Art white paint pen as well for highlights. And it was actually a load of fun to colour after all of that. So sometimes the craziest of ideas are the best. So thank you, Claire, for buddying with me this month. I'm so glad to have another page coloured in this book. And that's another one off my list for my goal for the end of the year, to have more than one page coloured in a book, because up until then, that's the only page I'd coloured. So it was really fun. I'm glad to get it coloured, and I love how bright this one turned out as well. So that was Layla Dooley's Beautiful Planet. Next up is another buddy colour, and let me just put you back to normal. There we go. So this is Tales from the Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson, and the buddy was with Lauren, and I'll tag her Instagram below as well, so you can go check out her Instagram page. Now this was another book where I'd only had one page coloured, very sadly actually, because I really do enjoy this book. Apart from Tales from the Forest Kingdom, this might be my second favourite from her new series, and that doesn't include the Christmas book or the Halloween book coming out, but from her Tales from series, this is probably my second favourite, and I'd only coloured one page. That's very sad. Yeah, and I coloured that in May of 2020. So 5 years later, I finally coloured a second page. That is really, really sad going, but yeah, we will have to do some more pages in this book because there's some really great pages in here. Let me know if you want to see some more colour alongs. I did end up filming this as a colour along. I don't normally film my buddy colours, but because it was only my second page in this book, and the first page I coloured was not a colour along, I didn't have any colour alongs for this book, so I decided to make this one a colour along, and I actually really like how this one turned out. Let me just pop Lauren's page up here first so we can have a look at how Lauren coloured hers. And I love how we both managed to pick the same colours. We've inverted the colours on our pages accidentally and ended up with opposite palettes. And I love how soft and pretty Lauren's page is. It's beautiful. I love the way she's coloured her skin as well. I think it's a fabulous page. Now the inspiration behind my page was loosely based on Effie Trinket of the Hunger Games movies. I love those movies. And I ended up using Neocolor 2 for the background, Prismacolor pencils for all the elements, and I've used a blue metallic paint from KJ designed by Karen. Off the top of my head, I think it's called Dark, but it's in my color along video, but I think it's called Dark. So I use that for the sparkle, as well as some Pentel Sparkle Pop pens and my Toolie Art white paint pen for details and highlights. I almost used my Imagine Crafts shimmer spray in the background in the color Sparkle, but I held off. I did not, and I'll just lift it up here and you'll just be able to see that the paint from Karen. Can you see that catching? That blue, which is on the umbrella here. It's also on her bow. So I think that's really pretty. It's such a pretty color. And the Sparkle Pop is the silver that you can see. Oh, and the gold. Silver and gold accents as the Sparkle Pop pen. So I'm really pleased with how this page turned out, specifically her outfit. I really love how I coloured the clothing on this page. Yeah, I always love colouring Hannah's pages, have a lot of fun. So that was Tales from the Midnight Masquerade, and I am so excited to have another page completed. I'll have to have a look. I don't know if I've got any other... Oh, yes. Tales from the City Under the Stars, I think it's called. I think I've only done one page in that one too. But the others, I think I've done multiple pages. I'll have to check, actually. Now, the last page I have to show you is actually still a WIP, and it's from Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carzon. It is the 30th today, so I probably could have gotten it completed and snuck it in before April ends, but I do want to take my time with it, so it will be finished in May instead. So just a WIP for this month. I do love how it's turning out though. This is the page here. I used Neocolor 2s for the background again, and I'm using Prismacolors for the details. I'm still working on the leaves here, but I'm thinking white flowers with either lavender or pale aqua crystals. The butterfly, I'm thinking orange, like a monarch butterfly. I'm still trying to decide on what I want my fairy to look like. Yeah, I am having a lot of fun with this page in the meantime, and I'm really loving these colors together as well. I did want the background to look kind of foresty, so I've gone with the dark green Neo colors and then into these sort of aqua tones. So we've got like foresty and then sky, if that makes any sense. So that was my aim with that one. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to color her outfit or her wings or her hair or anything like that for now. Because I am doing orange for the butterfly, purple would contrast nicely with orange. So if I do like a soft lavender or aqua and lavender colors, if I use both of those tones on the crystals, and then I can do some deeper purples maybe for her dress, like a vibrant purple, because I want her and the butterfly to be the standouts. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. We shall see. So that is all I have to show you for April. That was short and sweet. Let me know down below what your favorite page was from this month. I would love to know your thoughts. I think mine was a toss-up between Rita Berman's Zebra page or the Queen of Hearts from Dark Fairytales. I'm loving this page so far too, so it is still a WIP though, so I can't pick it as one of my favorites from this month, but I am loving the process. Oh, also, while I still have you, if you're still watching, that is, I did just want to chat quickly about buddy colors. Now, I have made the decision this month to not take on any more buddy colors for the rest of the year. Now, I do have a bunch of buddy colors already planned, and I will definitely be completing them. So if we have a buddy color organized already, I'm still good to go. We're still good to do those ones. It's just new ones that I won't be taking on. I do want to focus on my project books and my full book color along a bit more, my other projects that are coming up that you will see soon, and of course my website. So I have a lot going on. And yeah, I had to sadly cut back on buddy colours, but I may change my mind later in the year. If I do, I'll do a shout out in a video and see if anyone is interested, but for the meantime I'm just going to put a pause on accepting any more buddy colours. Yeah, but on that note, I hope everybody is well and had a great month. Happy colouring, happy May, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Take care and bye for now.